All right, I'm in Greenwood testing out the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And I'm not using the standard video app. I'm using, I don't even know what it's called, but it's got better stabilization. I think I can take better shots stabilized. And I'm just testing it out, seeing what it's like. And my arm is my selfie stick. I'm in front of these nice doors with the lions. Let me see if I can switch. There we go. I was able to switch and still record. These are very nice. Pull out, look at that. Very nice. And switch back to me. All right, so I can live switch between me and whatever I'm shooting. Well, that's cool. It's a really nice day. Take a look at that. Take a look at the sky. A lot of planes and helicopters, though. So much for a quiet walk in the cemetery. But here I am again. This will strengthen my arm, I'm sure, as this is a beautiful sculpture right here. This one right here. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Mockingbird just walked by. Flew, excuse me. I'm so nervous being on camera. Focus on me. There we go. Me. It's all about me. I'm going to stand next to this sculpture here. Let's see where I'm at. Beautiful day today. Yeah, this is achy. I am not going to buy a selfie stick. I'll use something else, but I won't buy a selfie stick. If I ever get to the... Actually, I do have something that I might use so I don't have to keep my arm up like this if I'm shooting all the time. No one pays any mind to someone talking to a camera now by themselves or making an audio recording by themselves, which is nice. This makes it possible to do all sorts of things and not walk around and feel embarrassed about, I'm talking to myself. So everybody does it. Seeing how this handles exposure changes. It's not bad. Switch hands here again. Oh, there we go. I can hold it fairly steady. There's so many nice sculptures over here. I'm gonna go check them out. Here, I'm gonna walk you. Take a walk. This is how steady I can hold it while I'm walking. So I got this this phone. I got this phone last night, and I shot some stuff indoors with the new ultra-wide camera, and wasn't that thrilled with it. It looks good. It's a very good wide angle. In fact, let me see if I don't know if I can get to the wide angle from here. I don't think I can switch it live with this camera. What does this button do? I think this takes pictures. I don't know the name. Sorry, I don't know the name of this app right now because I started the recording before I looked. But it's one of the first ones to be optimized for the iPhone 11 and its cameras. So there is an ultra wide in here. I'll throw that in. I can probably edit it in. So anyway, I got this last night and I shot indoors in a big theater with it. And you know, the angle is really nice. The wide is pretty big, so you get to see a lot of things. Very distorted on the edges, and there's probably not a lot of corrections you can do for that. Even in Lightroom, you can correct some of it, but it's still going to be distorted. So you know, you don't want to put anybody near the edges of the frame, people-wise. They're going to look really fat. But what I wasn't impressed with was the quality of the image. It looked a little crunchy, a little JPEG-y, almost like a less expensive cell phone camera. So it didn't really hold up to the standards of the other two cameras. Remember the iPhone 11 Plus has, Pro Plus, excuse me. God, I'm getting confused with these titles. It has 3 lenses. So it's got a telephoto, wide, and then ultra wide. Then that's different than the new iPhone 11, which has got 2 lenses, a wide and ultra wide. And I think the ultra wide is just the sensor is probably not as good. It's not giving the amount of detail. You can't see grain in it. You know, I see a little bit of the compression JPEG-y stuff. So don't think that's a fix that can be done in software, because I think that's a sensor issue more than it is an issue that can be fixed with software, unless there's some way to change the amount of compression in it. But I don't know, it feels like a sensor issue. Here, I'm gonna flip the camera again, do a walk around. This app lets me hold it pretty steady. It's got a nice stabilization in it. I'll have to put in the notes what the app is. It's also got what's called cinematic stabilization, which is pretty insane. I played with it and it looked really good. You know, it's really hard to dampen the footprints, but gosh, you almost don't need a Steadicam with this camera. Let me go this way. Don't trip over the gravestones. I'm going this way now. Oh, I think I can switch it to wide view while I'm shooting. Hang on, let me see. Press this button. Ultra wide. Bingo. Well, that's cool. So yeah, I can do ultra wide while I'm shooting. So this is, let me go down the road here. I'm just using the basic stabilization in this app. I'll go down this road. The ultra wide will help smooth out any kind of motion. Wide lenses do that naturally. And I pan up, do a little Miller's crossing here. Can't shoot me in the woods like a dumb animal. Look into your heart. All right, I'm just walking down this road, holding it as steady as I can. I think the video quality on these cameras are very, very good. And the still quality on the normal 2 lenses, the wide and the telephoto, they're as good as any of the other iPhones previous to this. It's just that ultra wide. And I think that people will be using it for, you know, they'll be using it for Instagrams. Here, I'm going to turn this way. Let's turn this way. Go up these stairs. And, you know, they're not making it for prints, so I think it's going to be fine for them. And it's not bad, you know, it's just not what I was expecting from Apple. The quality was not exactly up to what I thought. And it made me think that they're really good show people, salespeople, you know. I was going to get the phone anyway. I mean, I knew it. I'm on the upgrade plan, so it didn't really cost any more than what I already had. So why not get it? Start playing around with it. But, you know, I come to expect certain things from Apple, like right out of the box, not via some software update. Oh, and the iOS 13 that came with this phone out of the box is really buggy. That surprised me too. I'm going to switch cameras again. So how do I get back to oh, there we go. Flip for real. Here I am. All right, my arm is tiring out. So, yeah. These angel sculptures are really good. It's really sunny today. So it's not, I mean, I brought my other camera with me, but it's not the kind of photography I want to take. But I figure I always come to Greenwood to test out pretty much all my new cameras and lenses, because why not? It's near where I live, and it gives me sort of a benchmark for all the shots I take, you know, because I take a lot of shots here in Greenwood. So I just come by and test. I'm not doing any kind of nitpicky stuff. I'm also not I mean, I am pixel peeping the ultra wide, but you know, looking at something at 100% and just getting some information about the quality of the file, you know, yeah, I guess it is pixel peeping. What are you going to do? But I want to know that that stuff is good at the core, you know, that the pixels and the quality and the compression is good right at the bottom. So pixel peeping, that gives me an idea of how far I can be able to push pictures when I go to do any kind of post-processing on them, which I do often. I like to do. And looking at those ultra wides really close, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot of work on those images without them beginning to fall apart pretty quickly. So I don't want to push them. I do love the wide. I mean, I love wide lenses. A friend of mine, Gene, had said once, a long time ago when I was shooting film, and before I got into wide lenses, that they help make something out of nothing. And he was coming from the point of view of shooting as a corporate shooter, shooting like annual reports and whatnot, you know, and you go into a factory or something which looks really bland, but using a wide lens to put something in the foreground and show stuff in the background. You know, I'm baking here in the sun. I'm going to move into the shade. No need for me to bake. I don't have any sunscreen on. The really wide lenses can help do that. They can help tell a story with the point of the angle of the view and what you put in the foreground, what you put in the background. So I really think that this lens on the iPhone is going to help do that a lot for people. And you know, I was already shooting with it in the theater, and I was putting something in the foreground and showing the background. I really like that. I don't have a problem with it. I just not going to do much with it. I think, you know, I could sell prints from the pictures I make with my iPhone 11, or sorry, my 10. Actually, I've been making prints with a lot of iPhone camera photographs when I've been printing. I don't print all the time, but I think the quality of the cameras are pretty good, you know, for what they are. Small sensors, you know, little lenses. But I've done some good stuff with it. So I'm not railing, well, yes, I am railing on the ultra wide. It's the first iteration of this wide on an iPhone, so it's something new for them to do. Again, I'm sure it's going to give them something to sell on the upgrades, like the new, you know, iPhone 12 or 11s is going to have an ultra wide with focus pixels, whatever the hell that means. And, you know, it'll give them something to market next time. So that's fine. I mean, next year when the other camera comes out, I'll just get it, because This is the way it's working. So, but yeah, you know, just a little deployment. Here, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to. Oop! Don't put the hand in front of the lens. I'm gonna switch back to the wide and let me go. We're just learning this app for the first time. I'm gonna go ultra wide. Boom. There we go. Oh, it's September. It still looks like summer. Actually, I'm gonna flip this is the ultra wide. This says dual wide. I'm not sure what just happened, but I can zoom in and zoom out. Make a nice move like that. All right, and then let's go to ultra wide. Zoom out. Oh, I'm in ultra wide. This is ultra wide. So I'll just walk with it a little bit more. Anyway, I wasn't planning to do any kind of review, but like I said, I'm putting videos up now on YouTube. So I'll throw this up and throw my hat into the YouTube field. Because again, why not? But I'll include some of the. I'll put some cinematic stabilization shots in this as well. Although this looks pretty stable itself. I'm gonna go down this path here. Guess I'm still recording, right? Lost my microphone levels. Robins are out. Hey, it's spring. I wish. But here we go. All right, switching back. Here I am. Holding out. My arm's aching. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done testing the iPhone 11 Pro Plus. I think that's what it is. All right. Thanks. See you later.